Hello guys, welcome to my channel and to another Upcrate unboxing video. Honestly, I wasn't too happy about the last couple of boxes, so I'm hoping for a good one this time, but let's see. Okay, what the heck is this? Drawing graphite putty. What? So it basically feels like a huge kneadable eraser. Okay, let's put that aside for a minute. Then we have an interesting tool. Don't know. It's very sharp actually. And a little surprise box. Oh no! I was hoping for a better box and I'm getting oil pastels. Why? I hate oil pastels, in case you couldn't figure it out. They cut one of these trays in half. Wait a second. A couple of boxes ago, this set was included. Are they cleaning their stock or something? That's... well... Okay. Not off to a great start, I guess. And then we have a lot of paper, which feels pretty sturdy. So I guess it's some kind of mixed media paper. Oh, great. The oil pastels are already on my fingers. And here's an artwork. So this looks interesting. However, I'm not sure how it's related to this box. So apparently the artist does not only oil pastel work, but also installations like this. So that's interesting. And last but not least, we got a little sticker. So I just had a look at the bottle post and yes, this is basically kneadable pure graphite. So very interesting. You can use it wet or dry. And your hands get really, really dirty, apparently. Oh, and this is watercolor paper and not mixed media paper. And our topic of the month is black but colorful. So honestly, I think this and this pretty cool. Not too happy about the oil pastels, but we'll see. We will see, maybe it's going to be fantastic in the end. Who knows? So I'll just do a quick little test run of the materials. So I know these oil pastels, but for the sake of the video, we have a phthalo blue, Prussian blue, turquoise blue, which is actually a pretty nice color. Then we have permanent green medium, phthalo green, and sap green. So we have a nice all blue and green color scheme. So I don't know if these oil pastels are any good because I'm not an oil pastel artist and I really don't like this medium. So the colors look really nice. That's all I can say. I hate that there are these little paint crumbs everywhere, but that's just what oil pastels do, I guess. Let's put that aside. And now let's have a look at this drawing graphite putty. It feels like a kneadable eraser, however, a little more wet, and as you can see, there's a lot of graphite. I'm not sure how to get it out of here though, without ruining the packaging. Okay, I'll just... Well, I think this should be enough for now. Oh crap. Well, that's pretty unfortunate. Okay, it actually crumbles a lot. I did not expect that. So concerning the messiness of it all is even worse than oil pastels. Great! So let's see what happens here. Okay, interesting. And a breaks apart. So it's not as opaque as I had thought in the beginning. Oh my god, it's a mess. So 1 minute in, my hands look like this. My shirt is dirty and there are crumbs everywhere, so please send help. I had a feeling that I would need some wet wipes, and I think that feeling was right. You know, sometimes I enjoy getting my hands dirty, but this is kind of over the top. So since it's not very opaque so far, I guess it will get more opaque as soon as I put it in water. However, it will probably result in an even bigger mess, so bear with me. Wow, that's pretty opaque. Oh no, it breaks. So I want to try this scratchy thing here, so I'll try to cover these colors up and then scratch them free. Oh well. So everything is covered up, my fingers are dirty again, and now let's wait for this to dry. So I hope I waited long enough. Let's see if we can scratch away the graphite. That's actually working better than I had expected. However, I feel like it only works properly in the areas where I applied the oil pastel before. I mean, here's no oil pastels underneath, and I feel like I'm kind of just smudging it a little more, but not really scratching it away. So there is actually a use case for the oil pastels. I'm very, very surprised. Okay, it works. I think I have figured it out. So now let's start with the actual artwork. I'm planning to do just a colored background with all of these colors and then maybe scratch a little portrait in here. Maybe that's a little ambitious, but whatever. I actually pursued the idea of drawing, or rather scratching, a portrait, and I wanted it to have something like a rainbow effect. Obviously, I didn't have all the colors required for a proper rainbow since I only got blues and greens, but you get the idea. Therefore, I started covering the whole paper with the oil pastels, and I tried to use more vibrant colors in the middle where I wanted to position the face. Since the oil pastels are pretty creamy, it was rather easy to create gradients by smudging the pastels with my fingers. However, I still needed quite a bit of pressure to make it work, so it felt a little uncomfortable, but it was manageable. I then covered the oil pastels with the graphite, and I would highly recommend to wet it first, because only then it gets really opaque and thick enough to get scratched off in the end. This was by far the messiest part of creating the artwork, but to be honest, the whole process was messy, from beginning to end. A fellow artist on Instagram recommended to create a stencil first and use it to get in the general shape of the subject, and I'm so thankful for this tip because it helped me a lot. With this drawing putty, there can be a going back if you made a mistake, but that's not always the case. You can actually wet the putty and cover up your mistakes, but I happened to scratch a bit too deep from time to time, which damaged the paper and made it harder to cover it up. I was positively surprised that I could actually see not only the outlines, but also the scratches I made on top of the stencil, so that was actually pretty cool. When I started scratching, I was pretty confused because you basically draw in the highlights and leave the graphite where the shadows are supposed to be. And this got me really confused because it's like working on black paper with a white pencil, and I haven't got much experience in that either. So I tried my best, but I think you can tell how confused I was. Let me know in the comments if I should film a video where I try to draw on black paper. I probably can't get any worse than this, however. The scratching part was, as the rest of the process, very messy, and I think there will be graphite crumbs in my art studio from now until forever, but I gotta admit, this was not too bad. I don't like working with oil pastels, but out of all the possible ways to use oil pastels, this was the most enjoyable one for me personally. But I will definitely use gloves the next time I work with the drawing putty. I used wet wipes to keep my hands at least somewhat clean, but honestly it didn't do much. The mess I had to clean up after this art session was just insane. So all in all, I definitely enjoyed this box more than the last ones, which is pretty nice. Let me know in the comments what you think about my portrait and how you liked the box. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye!